All right, let's get some market perspective in as well. Joining us this morning is Ruchit Jain, technical analyst at Angel Broking. Ruchit, morning. Thanks for taking the time out today. What's it looking like when we talk about market technicals? The SGX Nifty has been indicating a little bit of a slow start today as well, is what we've been seeing. If you look at the SGX Nifty, it's down almost 0.6%, almost, all right, 0.7% now, 61 points lower. How are you reading the levels now?
Good morning, Priyank. Well, on Nifty, since last 3-4 trading sessions, we have been cautious on market. The prime reason being that in recent up move we have seen a broad market participation, whereas when the Nifty went sideways for 3-4 trading sessions, the market breadth which has been acting as a leading indicator started turning negative. So although although the correction in the stocks was seen since yesterday or since second half of day before yesterday, the market breadth has already turned negative since last 3-4 trading sessions. We are not expecting much downside in Nifty, but the medium term support remains intact at 8300. So we are not of the view that 8300 would be broken, but definitely for near term till the market breadth turns positive again, the stock specific correction would continue. Now what has happened in recent up move, we have seen that Nifty, even when it was going up, it was a range bound wherein 8650 was acting as a resistance. So although Nifty remained range bound, we saw that mid caps were making fresh highs, wherein CNX mid cap was at all time high. So probably now in corrective mode itself, what would happen, the same thing we are expecting it to reverse. Nifty won't fall significantly from current levels, but the stock specific action would be there and stock specific selling would be seen. So the market participation would be on the lower side in near term, and Nifty 8350, 8400 would act as a good support, whereas stock specific selling would be seen in this range bound market.
What about the Bank Nifty as well, Ruchit? Because that one's also hovering around those 200-day moving averages, what we've been seeing. Probably a 200-point cushion is what we're seeing, and probably on opening itself with the gap down indication that we picking from the SGX Nifty, you'll probably have even the Bank Nifty open lower than below the 200-day moving average. So what's your reading when we talk about this index, and where does the support lie for that one?
So banking index in previous up move, we have seen that banking stocks had outperformed the broader indices, wherein PSU banks had given a significant up move. And now after resisting around this 19,100 resistance, it has started correcting again. So the support remains intact at 18,200 levels, and probably I think that this Bank Nifty is going to test those levels maybe in 2 or 3 days. So 18,200 remains a support, wherein for next 2 to 3 days, if anyone wants to trade, one can do stock specific selling in banking index.
All right, let's take a look at some of the other stocks that you're focusing on as well today, Ruchit. You've got a couple of other names like an LNT, for instance, and a Hindustan Zinc on the sell side. Just run us through your strategies there.
Larsen, from medium to long term perspective, although we are not bearish on the stock, it is an uptrend, but we have seen in that the stock has formed a double top formation around 1880 and has started correction from there. So within an uptrend, we are expecting a corrective action from current levels, and hence we have initiated a short position on Larsen. Although as I mentioned, it's not for a long-term investors, so those who have invested in the stock can remain invested, but those who want to trade for short-term can create a short position in Larsen. We have placed a stop loss over 1856, and we are expecting a target of 1710. And metal stocks are doing quite bad in recent times, and we have seen that after a sideways corrective action, these stocks have again shown initial signs of further breakdown. So Hinzing is one stock which has given a breakdown from a rising trendline support, and we are expecting a more correction to come it. And in spite, if we see past 6 months to 12 months data, this stock has been an outperformer compared to other metal stocks, and now it is showing signs of correction. So we are expecting a decent correction in Hinzing. We have placed a target of 135 is what we are expecting, and one can go short even at current levels because risk reward is quite favorable at current price also. So keeping stop loss above 157 for target of 135, we are initiating short positions in Hinzing.
Just a quick mention on L&T as well, Ruchit. That's we've been looking at L&T, a couple of these engineering majors, a couple of these counters from that get impacted by the entire yuan devaluation also are getting somewhat impacted. But from the mining and the metal space, any call on Tata Steel?
Tata Steel still remains in a corrective mode, although we believe that it's very near to its long-term support. So probably we might see one more leg of corrective action. We have seen that pullbacks in metal space in last week was not sustainable. We have seen stocks such as Hindalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel all giving a pullback rally, but certainly they were not sustainable. And when markets have started correcting again, these stocks have corrected more than what the index is correcting. So probably I think one more leg of corrective action is still there in this stock. 225 to 228 remains a strong support zone, wherein it is the lower end of the falling channel in which it has been trading since last 6-7 months. So probably I think one more corrective leg would unfold in Tata Steel, wherein it could test 228. So still, I think one should still stay away from this for short-term perspective. Yeah, if it comes around 228, I think that would be good level for investors to start accumulating this one.
All right, Ruchit, fair enough. Thanks for getting us those updates in terms of what we're seeing as far as Qs this morning are concerned, as well as a couple of the stocks that you're focusing on in terms of trade today. All right, let's take a quick break. Up next, we get an exclusive conversation with Ramesh Damani, who will be joining us right here in the studio, and we'll be getting his perspective on the markets, as well as try and decode the quarterly earnings season. Stay tuned.